Welcome back to our alternate universe Jurassic Park, where the Diplos are ready, and we have put in our power upgrade into the power plant. For the Diplos, I'm going to start up here on the hill, maybe? Like one here and one here. And theoretically, they should have a big enough range to lap around to the water, I would think. I'm kind of counting on it. Should be fine. But then, yeah, we should probably consider exactly what the next plan here is. We should probably start digging up, I guess, technically Tyrannosaurus. It's only 450k to unlock. That's not that bad. I should probably wait for the cheaper research person, though. Let's just hold off. Until he's back, we can do a synth job. Let's look at the Maya. We said last time that maybe we messed up. No, they are still random. Imagine if 6 people died annually at Disneyland. Yeah, but Disneyland doesn't have dinosaurs, man. Imagine if Disneyland did have dinosaurs. A little bit of death is worth it. No, I have no plans for any aquatics in this park. I was originally thinking maybe a Spinosaurid, but I've moved away from that idea too.
Once thought to be the longest animal
hello.
that had ever lived. It might have lost that title, but it's still a much-loved and widely recognized dinosaur.
Should have wetland.
Which translates to big audiences. Yeah, this is a great addition to the site.
Get some psych ads up here for him. I'd like to try to keep this rocky patch intact, maybe, if we can. But we'll have to see. It may not last.
Asset has been delivered.
All right. It's a decent looking animal. They had a dinosaur ride until like last week. Yeah, that doesn't count. That's just a ride. It's not real dinosaurs. Okay, one other thing too. I mentioned this and I didn't do anything with it. The idea of doing social. Yeah, let's get social. I hate that they move. Stay in one place. This is going to keep me from hatching right now. Let's do... Alright, we're going to grab some Myosauras quick. We got some nice varied ones for once. To go with the non-varied group we had before. Just because we lost some dice. And that is the Generalist, which means we can do T-Rex. Which takes the whole squad if I want to specifically get the cheaper research, which I think is definitely worth it. Okay. Alright, there's the Rex research done. I'm going to get these Mayas out first. Then we're going to have everybody on deck to reassign jobs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Releasing via airlift. 3 more Mayas, getting us up to 6. Did I see a bunch of disease? What did I see? I thought I saw a bunch of red. Oh, I just don't have status info. Fair, because they post is way over there and they're all on this side. But we can do this manually. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so T-Rex. Let's do the expeditions first. 1, 2. Is it just the 2? I couldn't remember. Or is there a third one? That's a lot more. No, just the 2. Alright, Hill Creek C. I feel like there was one other thing I want to do for research. I do want to do the vaccines. We're not at 3 stars, so I can't do amenities or males. I don't really need any other attractions. Yeah, I don't. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe I'm just thinking of the vaccines. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out this pricey one. because we got the perfect squad for this with the cheaper research. All right, we can knock out a few of these other ones. Maybe we do the other. Oh, these are both 9. And I did say I wanted to change the requirements on these, but that would be a modded thing, actually tracking how many animals have the disease, which we don't have yet. Okay, actually, let's rest. I take it back. I take it all back. I take it all back. You rest. Actually, maybe we do this one. Yeah. Which you can do on your own. Sure. And then with Prince, I do nothing. He's got to go write a new album. All right, we've got to break out of hookworms in the raptor paddock, so we got to deal with that. That is actually a demanding research. I really wish they would fix this bug where they reorder sporadically when you're trying to click on them, because it is actually very goddamn annoying, and I really don't like it. Okay, fossils, nice crotarsons, and back for more Rex. All right. Hookworms cleanse. Now we just got to get the treatment done. That's actually 2 whole minutes, huh? Right. We could process the fossils. It is worth doing, I think. Oops. We did this vaccine. Let's get a synth job while that's happening, I suppose. I could synth, let's set these up. I don't think I'm going to synth them right now, but I want to make sure I get the social in there. Same with the Hypsilophodon. Seven, 15, 16, 15, 15. I could do more Mahjongs, too. Let's do this. Let's crank them for the rest of them. We're not going to do them yet, obviously, but we might as well do that. And then for the dippies, maybe... Well, they only have 1 mod left. It's not worth cranking this to a 12, so the dippies stay. Let's do it monos. Okay, 4 more monosaurus actually gets us pretty close to the full herd. A few different colored ones in here, which is good for variety. We can't quite hatch these. Might be worth considering the point, though. Sure. I'll do it. He's close anyway to being maxed out. Okay, then 2 minutes, essentially we have everything back. Fossils, eggs, we're good to go. Alright, fossil check. We got the Edmodos flying over right now. Let's do one of the vaccines first. Stop moving my guys around. Rah. So I could do fossils on these guys. Or we do this. I think this is an okay investment. And then I can do this on him. And we can do the expedition on the other one. Alright. And yeah, there's the Edmonosaurus is taken off. Oh, just in time for another storm. Am I on heavy storms? Sorry, I don't remember. Frequent. Fair. I did do frequent. Okay. Did you make one of the T-Rexes more aggressive? That would be conceptually like a good idea. To like simulate the adult and the sub-adult. Having one be more aggro. I'm probably not going to go that far because it ultimately doesn't actually make a difference. Like they don't actually react differently to each other. But I like where your thoughts at. I can appreciate that. Okay. Well, that storm was actually nothing. Cool. But our Ornithomimus has invested his retirement fund into cryptocurrency, and we need to deal with this. Okay, it's already happening. Never mind. All right. Fossil extraction completed. 13 seconds on the research. Let's do a synth job again. Maybe some hypsilophodons. And then we can do a hatch on the generalist. Well, no. I could do the research quick. I don't know. It's fine. Let's just do this. Wheel challenge, make one intelligent. We'd have to turn on intelligent, and that would actually... Actually, does intelligent care about the cars? Intelligent actually... Like, this... Obviously, the sauropod enclosure would be a problem, but... It wouldn't be the worst thing. But... I'm not going to do that. That would require more changes than I want to make, so... Alright, 2 minutes on fossils. Alright, we got 3. I could put more points into this guy. Let's do the vaccine. Let's just get this done. Otherwise, I'm liable to forget about it. Stop moving the UI elements. And that'll be done before or right after the fossils come in. Seems okay. So, that expedition actually finishes up T-Rex. One last piece of amber. Can we do this guy now? No. Because, yeah, without that research back. So, yeah, I guess we just process this. Okay. And then 30 seconds we can get those hypsies. I think we have a storm rolling in. Let's get this started, and then get this person rested, and then, yeah, the storm icon hasn't showed up, and I didn't hear the announcement, but it is raining, and we had the power cable get severed, so I can only assume... Fuck? Safety rating 100%. Did this degrade by maintenance? What just happened there? How did this power cable break? Did it get low enough, like, in terms of maintenance that it broke? Can that even happen with a power line? That was really weird. I thought it was a storm coming in and the icon just didn't pop up until after the fence had broken, but the storm icon never happened. Danger. An absolute menace.
We are pleased to welcome a hypsilophodon to the park.
Alright, Rex is completed. This is 13 genetics. Everybody is not quite back. We are resting one of our main group. Okay, but I mean, we're like close. Problem is you're capped. And you're capped? So we gotta invest in Prince. I guess we can do that. Or I could try to hire somebody new. Genetic specialist, but only 4 is a little weird. Oh, really, really cheap. Why is she only 40k? I mean, obviously her skill set's bad, but like, that seems really cheap. You're cheap too. A lot of these are like dirt cheap. That feels like a really weird spread of scientists for like almost 2 stars. I'm gonna take you. But then I'm going to hyper invest in your genetics right away because somebody needs it. That actually did end up consuming a fair bit of money. This is 883. Is this set up correctly? 65 million years ago. No, it's not set up at all. Good thing I double checked. Max Humble. Max lifespan. 20. 19. I mean, I feel like it's, oh my god, the cost doubled. Oof. I feel like these are worth it. I'm not doing any social. I still cannot afford that. Interesting. I might have done an oopsie whoopsie. Oh, I thought I achieved this contract. I thought that popped up. My bad. In that this is maybe a little bit too big of an investment between both the scientist and the T-Rex, but we'll get there eventually, I guess. Restroom coverage could be fixed up. Amenities are not bad. Okay, toilet demand in these two spots.
Ladies and gentlemen, our restroom is now open to use for whenever nature calls.
Okay, 100%. Could try and get some turn radius, please. We can try to get some pictures. Try and get this Rex out sooner rather than later. Is the damage from me colliding with shit because your car won't turn? That's a miserable picture. Well, they all suck.
Fix up this damage, no problem.
Okay, well, I mean, it's some money. Not a huge amount. 1,500. As it stands on the Rex, 13 and 18. I think we get the one person back and we go. So I'm just going to accumulate cash till then. 2 T-Rexes synthed up. We have a thirsty intall and a large appetite intall. Fit, humble, strong. Fit, long-lived, humble, strong. I definitely want the long-lived one, which is the thirsty one. I think I'm going to just do 1 Rex because we're still 600k off of this. And 2 is the pipe dream. So we'll do 1 Rex for now and consider a second one later. Once we're through the storm and have the money. Any Hypsilophodon for me to take a picture of? Yes. Every little bit helps. Sauropod paddock's pretty good for pictures. Okay, the storm is over. It wasn't too bad. Two trope 35 ain't bad either. Alright. We're getting there. Hopefully we can hit 2 stars and finish this contract sooner rather than later. I kind of a little bit sunk cost fallacy where I feel like I should have replaced it by now, but I just haven't. We do need 13 welfare too. I'm at like only 10. $11, $12, $13. I can do it. Yeah, I think we're not going to hire another one for this.
An animal on site has passed away. It's terribly sad, but we have a responsibility for those that still live. Let's remove the body to prevent any risk of disease.
Okay. Is this the first dinosaur we've ever had, like, die of old age in a park? That wasn't, like, something where we were, like, really goofing around? Yeah, I mean, having 1 Rex be older, 1 be younger would tie into the novel, actually. It's not a bad idea to do them in separate batches. Was this 37 to 70? Age 38. Oh. This was sub full genome, right? 30, I think that was not full genome. Average lifespan 74, 140, yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, so yeah, it's these ones were underbaked. So there is that. Didn't we like I forgot to process the last couple fossils or something when I did the first batch? I think so. Still, it's animals dying in a park in this game, which feels great. And we're still only at 2 stars. So like it feels like a real park. It feels like the first real park build we've done ever in 3 with any actual progression. Which ain't great. That it's taken this long, you know. That ain't great. Let's go ahead and put these points in now, I guess, so we know what we need for money. No, let's get like 2 million bucks and do it. Interesting. Guests feel more secure. More guests are desperate to visit. More guests mean revenue. How is this? I don't understand why this is relaxed security. I guess don't relax security. It's like security on letting people in, not like actual security. So our relaxing of security means people are like coming to the park in larger amounts than would be recommended, which just seems to be a good thing. The phrasing on this is weird. Like presenting this as a security change is strange, but that seems pretty good. That's a way to make more money here. In that case, now that we have some extra dudes, you don't care what anyone says. Jurassic Park music is so good. Has anybody not said the music is great? Because it is. The music is something people talk about a lot, I feel like. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say the music isn't good. Do we need 13? I think we need 13. Okay, I saw that feeder. We'll check that in a second. Yeah, 13. 17, 6, 7. 6. Scientist limit 5. People that don't like Jurassic Park. Well, fair, I guess. If they don't like Jurassic Park, they also don't like the music, I suppose. It's certainly an interesting choice to be wrong in more than one way. But, I guess that's something. Alright, I'm just gonna do it. $124,000. Yeah. I feel like we're actually playing a game. Oh, okay, so sabotage risk is a thing. I'll take the subsidy. Shit, let's go. We got increased ticket price and increased rate of guests showing up. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. While we're doing all this, we still got a while to go on the Rex. I'm going to go ahead and do the Coelophysis. The 1 point of genetics here to get the research done. That we were at least doing something on our last scientist, just kind of hanging out. Yeah, Coelophysis is only 36,000 to dig, so we might as well just be doing this. It's like very little cost, actually. But we need to rest. So actually, by the time they're back from the rest, we'll have the whole staff ready to go anyway, and this whole thing is not actually that relevant, but whatever. All right, we got our Rex. We can do a little crate delivery thing, right? Deliver as crate. I actually don't know if I've ever done this from the hatchery like this. So what, does he just pull the crate out of the here?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
No.
pleased to
At this rate, you might finally unseat me as employee of the
Did that
month.
not work?
I mean, I choose.
Was I supposed to do that
guests, so you
differently?
don't. But you still did a great job.
Or is he gonna like morph into a crate? Fuck. 500K? That's really bad. That's bad too. Okay, one thing at a time here. Okay, I don't know how that's supposed to work exactly. Nope. Well, I tried. I don't know why that. Maybe I was like hovering over it and I didn't quite click on it correctly and it just dumped it. I'm really not sure what was messed up about the crate release there. Or if it just bugged, for all I know. Maybe that was just a bug, literally. Alright, there's your goat. You want some cover, you want some arid. Now, he is adjacent to sauropod swamp, so I kind of feel like some cypress along the lake is in keeping with what we've done for the rest of this lake. So I'm kind of happy to do that. And then maybe the arid grassland. I mean, that doesn't blend for shit. I mean, none of this blends for shit. I guess the arid grassland's better. We just have a little bit of a sandy patch there. Let's try to break it up a little bit more, maybe. There. Do I love it? Not exactly, but it'll work for now. Okay, well, there is our Rex. Looking very glossy. Oh yeah, should probably open the park up for business. Okay, well, what I want to do next, I think, is get some more animals out here in the front. Specifically, so we have, let's look at this. We have 4 Deinonychus. There were 8 Velociraptors in the novel, if I'm not mistaken. I think. Let me pull up the population list and double check. Yeah, 8. So another 4 of these would be good. We can make these ones social. We'll rest you. And then we did have Ornithomimus just die. Probably some more die-off coming, so we could do more of these. Also social. And then the logistics person can go get some Coelophysis from Ghost Ranch. Alright, fossil check. Let's get those going on, say, maybe you. No, you're a high welfare. On you. Carcass check. Another dead Ornithomimus. Second death of the park build. Egg check. 3 out of 8. So we're 1 shy. Probably going to leave it. 7 is good enough for now. And then for the Ornithos, we got another 5 here. So we can do these next. Or after the fossils are done or whatever. Let's check Ghost Ranch. Ghost Ranch complete. They should make Ghost Ranch Doritos. Alright, raptors are flying over. We'll get these Ornithos. Once the raptors are out of the way, we can breed maybe another batch of Hypsilophodon. And then maybe Majongs. Actually, we're getting close enough now that maybe I do Mahjong. Oh, and our contract completed. I didn't even notice that. Request. Release any 4 seems great. When you make males, you should try to make them replicate the male JP3 raptors. Yeah, you know, I didn't really think about the males, I don't think. Also, the males is a good reason for us not to breed the 8th. If specifically the idea is we want the male to be 1 animal out of the pack, and then have the breeding finish up the population as the animals bred in the novel, then having the 8th Deinonychus be the male makes sense. These guys, interestingly enough, this is the first time I noticed this, have the unchanged icon. They have the Frontier Deinonychus, the original Frontier Deinonychus icon, which is weird. Looks like we probably just need some actual genuine wetland. Oh yeah, I turned intensity way the hell down. Yeah, it's all wetland. Okay, let's do that and then bring back some of the cypress. They're actually kind of at the limit a little bit. Annoyingly so. Okay. Okay. There we go. That group is now settled. They're just in a complete mud pit now, but I mean it works. Fine. Ornithomimus. These are now all social, so I would assume... Nope, we are slightly off on ground fruit.
At this rate, you might finally unseat me as Employee of the Month. I mean, I choose who gets it, so you won't. But you still did a great job.
I think it's 16 Othnielia. Yeah, we had these set up right, I'm pretty sure. Actually, you know what? Let's do Mahjong. And we crank these guys up. So that's good. Fossil check. Last two Coelophysis. Then we should get these out. Alright. Another storm approaching the island. For real this time.
Any ecology is made up of an uncountable number of tiny interactions. Everything matters to something else.
Doesn't seem like it's that bad, though.
Subjective matters to me. Could you take it on?
Right. Aggressive. If I want Coelophysis in this exhibit, this might not be viable. Or do we currently have aggressive on our Mahjongs? Because if we already have aggressive, then that ship has sailed anyway. We do. They're both aggressive. Okay. Well... Okay, then we're not going to put Coelophysis in that exhibit with them. We'll just take both of these. We are one welfare off because we have one person resting. Sure. Why not? Why not? Just do it. Okay, random thought. Yeah, I never did this, huh? I don't remember what the unlock condition was for this, but I definitely should have it by now. I mean, at least at 2. I think as a 2-star unlock is probably good for that. Maybe I already talked about that before. Oh, I did. Hatchery Advanced Equipment 2 stars. I literally had the same thought again a week later. We can at least look at getting the Coelophysis set up. These, of course, will breed. I have selected colors that are green and blue because I believe the compies are explicitly described as being green in the novel. The pro comps, that is. So we're going to go with that. I think... Now, these are interesting in that... How much do any of these actually matter? We could do something like this. Because humble's only good if it's completely humble, so I might as well do it. And then social works with mixed social and non-social, so throwing some in doesn't seem too bad. Alright, 2 minutes on that, and there's not much else I can do while I wait. Okay, Mahjongs are on the way. Let's let that play out. Let's go here. Let's do... this. Wait. Where does it live? Am I stupid? It's under enclosures. That's where it is. Yeah, the advanced hatchery equipment. Cheap research. Actually, maybe I keep the 9. We do you? No, you're high welfare. We do this. Yeah. Push it. And then here we do copies. Coelophysis as our pro comp Sagnathus stand-in. In our timeline, they are going to be Coelophysis. They're not. It's not standing in for pro comp Sagnathus as a headcanon thing. It is pro comp Sagnathus was changed to Coelophysis in this adaptation because it is a more popular, similar animal. Right. So Coelophysis is the thing. Alright, Mahjong number 3 is, yeah. We can feel like a billion of these guys. Slaps roof, you can fit so many fucking Mahjongosaurus in here. Astoundingly so. I still like that he comes out uncomfortable, though. That's very funny. Don't push. There's plenty of room for everybody. You big sausage with legs. Alright, so the Silos, we got 6. We got 1 skittish. We'll throw you on this job. While that happens, let's do a batch of Hipsies? Sure. Oops. We should do more tropes as well.
Allowing the animals to
Maybe
fight
next.
mirrors their life in the wild, and ultimately will benefit them in captivity.
Okay, if you say so. 1 egg. What a dud. Is my upgrade ready? It is. Oops, I lost big on that Hipsy. I could have just waited a little bit for the upgrade, or maybe it was already ready and not have lost 3 out of 4 eggs. In the start of Jurassic Park: The Lost World, that girl got attacked. What do you think her injuries were actually? They imply, based on reactions, especially in the cut boardroom scene, they imply she did get messed up pretty badly. You know, it's definitely glossed over in the theatrical cut by Hammond just being like, oh, she's fine, she's fine. But the impression I have from the extended edition is that she was pretty chewed up. Extensive lacerations, maybe? Just the one guy. That's not a Coelophysis. What are you talking about? He is the danger, though. There it is. Let's get a second round of Silos immediately. So if I start this here, do I have what I need for tropes? Don't underestimate tiny dinosaurs. Yep, that would be the lesson. Especially when they are poisonous. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I was going to think about switching the other guy out, but there's not really much of a point. I can pick up another contract. T-Rex and Mahjong engage in a fight to the death as an outlet for their natural instincts. Sorry. As an outlet for their natural instincts, one of them must die. I'm good. Thank you. That's a little fucked up for a zoo to do. The contract makes more sense when it's the security, you know, we got to test the dinosaurs fighting shit from like JWE1. Which never made much sense to begin with either, but it makes more sense than like, oh, their natural instincts, they must fight to the death. Alright, those guys are being airlifted. Let's get the next batch going. All seems fine to me. We can't get it going. I lied to all of you. I'm sorry. Alright, well, I should try to get that picture. So if we do one of these, maybe we can just catch it.
often have my head
Yep.
wrapped up in bigger picture planning. It's
Perfect.
nice to know that the
The
hard work
car
on
door got
ground is
ripped
being
off.
handled so
My bad.
expertly.
Did I really put all my welfare people on the one synth job? I did. That was
You ever heard of a
not the
keystone
best.
species? It's one that has a disproportionate impact on their ecosystem compared to other
Okay.
organisms.
Panicking,
You,
missing
my
me.
friend, are
Now,
this
is he
company's
panicking because of the
keystone
Rex, or is he
species.
just panicking from arriving? This is the question. Even if they are panicking from the Rex, if that bug still carries over from JWE2, they hopefully have enough space in here that they can make it work. Maybe. Territory already reset completely once, which is not what you want to see.
Delivery has been completed. Asset transportation underway.
It's certainly not looking good, huh? Well, let's worry about it more when they're all in here. It is going crazy, by the way. Zero water. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's zero water? Because I'm pretty sure that's water. Right there. Did my vehicle seriously just get destroyed? Oh, you got my maintenance team. It kind of makes sense. The maintenance team would just die in one go. It is just a little ATV. Okay, comfort is now 100%. This guy's already, like, dying. Alright, for environmental issues. I don't think so. I think you're actually super good, actually. Okay. Not feeling super optimistic about that working. Okay, let's hatch these while we rest the other guy, and then we can do the tropes. Was the aviary upgrade a separate research thing in this game? It is. Locked behind animal population. Well, may not worry about it at all then. Yeah, none of that matters. Okay. Happy, happy, healing, happy, happy, happy. Maybe it's kind of good. Nope, they definitely still panic, I think. Well, this one... Oh, no, that one panicked now, too. Okay, well, that sucks. They never fixed this. Maybe we already tried this once in this game, and then I forgot, but... Reconfirming, at least then, that it's still broken. That they still panic around... Coelophysis specifically, at least, still panics around larger carnivores. Alright, so we're going to put this batch in the sauropod pen. Put a feeder somewhere like there by the fence, I think. I would like these, like conceptually these were in the novel to eat, you know, dinosaur dung and clean up after all the very large herbivores. So I would like them to fill that role in the park conceptually by being in the pens that have the large herbivores in them. They were also free roaming, of course, but we can't do that. So this is the next best thing. And is that in range of my ranger post? Definitely. Well, okay. So maybe we just leave like these 6 or whatever in here with the Rex, and there's not so many that like it's going to be a nightmare to deal with them if they start to overly panic a little bit. It's not like there's 40 of them crammed in there with them. And then we'll have some over here in the Ceratopsian exhibit. And then, yeah, when we do Psittacosaurus, which maybe is the thing I should do next, we'll have to figure out if that's going to be problematic if the Silos eat them. Because they should be, canonically, the Microceratops in the novel was on the boat tour, and the Citico is supposed to be a stand-in for that. Of course, in the novel, they were also arboreal, which we can't do anything about. But they should definitely be in the sauropod paddock. They were probably free roaming, like the compies. But that's a bridge too far for us. Why did that shift on me? Okay, do that on you. Let's get this. Alright. And then we got nothing over here. These guys are releasing. Great.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a
But we made a lot less progress tonight than I was actually thinking we would, which makes me very happy. Actually. Because I am getting the game definitely closer to a position where I want it to be. You went to the bathroom, what happened? Well, we got the Coelophysis out. We're seeing how they are going to behave in these different pens that we're putting them in. They don't need arid, which is nice, so they do just slot into this pen freely as well, which is great. And we just started work on unlocking Psittacosaurus. And we're breeding our third Tropognathus. So is Psittaco 1 site? Yes. Let's do another... I don't actually have the genes for it. Never mind. Never mind. Is that another storm? Certainly sounds like it, but the icon's not popping up. There it is. It feels really delayed in this game sometimes. Alright, well, let's get through this last storm then. Alright, there's the Psittaco finished. This storm doesn't seem like it's causing much for problems. Well, okay, that's not great. As long as they don't notice. Just stay in there. Everything will be cool. Okay, they remained contained. Great.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize
10
for
seconds.
any inconvenience experienced during our recent handling of anomalous events.
Celos are doing good. Let's look at the new fossils. So that is Psittaco done already as well. Do you think Nedry is causing the storms? Maybe? He's got a weather control apparatus. Causing problems. Wouldn't surprise me. It'd be kind of funny if it just sat there. It just came out perched on the ledge and just never flew away. Okay, how about Diplos? Let's get another round of Diplos. Actually, we have a minute on the Psittaco. This episode needs to be wrapped up, though. I think we'll save Psittaco for next time. Let's get the Diplos going. Or another batch of Diplos going, rather. Are we going to take a quick preview of the Psittacos before next time? So, these did not breed. These are the Microcerata stand-ins, or replacement. These do not breed. The male is better looking. I really like the quills, but we're going to have to stick with the females. Wait, did these... Wait, which animals bred exactly? It was... Drosaurus, Myosaura, Procomp, Velociraptor, Dryomaya. Was it the Authies that bred? Was that the other one? Or was it? I forgot now which one's bred. Yeah, it was the Authies, the Authnelia bred. So yeah, these don't breed. Okay. Yes. So yeah, we get I'm going with a selection of like browns here for kind of the realistic version of the animal. I specifically picked the blank because this is actually the more paleo-accurate look, because then you just kind of have the spots on the flank that we know the real animal had. They're a little basic, but they're also itty-bitty, so I'm okay with them being a little basic when they're also very small, especially given that these are going to be on like tour exhibits, not on like a petting zoo thing, so they're not really going to be seen anyway. So I picked just kind of the different browns and orange ones just to make a various paleo-accurate ones, as paleo-accurate as we can get. And then for the gene traits, I mean, we'll do lifespan, and might as well finish up humble when we get a chance. But they're also not going to be that important. There's like 22 or something in the park, and they'll be in like a big exhibit, so it's not really going to matter. Yeah, 22 Psittacosaurus. Well, I think that's a good spot to leave off. This is going to be definitely our longest proper park build, and I do like that. Definitely once we get the last two exhibits built, then it's going to be a little sped up from like the audience perspective, because we'll be spending more time kind of running breeding programs and less time actually designing and building stuff, but that kind of makes sense as well. All right, well, until next time.